All right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to GAHCast, the show where one of the hosts has PTSD/Vietnam War flashbacks every time he sees a group of anime girls in a literature club. I'm your host, HydgeWave99, and I'm joined here today with GhostwellerGame.
So, and when it's not making fun of my trauma, no, it's making fun of my computer, Doki Doki Literature Club, or fucking up my emblem to a whole nother level. I'm so glad that, get that garbage away from me. Stop that. I'm gonna punch my fucking webcam, dude.
Today is going to be a fun day because we have a good chunk of topics here to talk about. And this time is weird because we have Ghostweller here and not Alpaca. What has this world been coming to these days?
Alright, so number one, Alpaca isn't really busy with editing as much as I am. I'm, the GOAT that's doing fucking 8 other projects at once. So, if I don't seem to be in many fucking episodes or videos, depending on where you guys watch this stuff, that's now I am just incredibly busy editing and doing multiple projects at once. One of which is, I guess, out there is the best of 2022 part 2, which is going to be pushed back to December 20th, which is going to be just a collage of the funniest things on my channel. Hopefully it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, please all look forward to Ghostweller's content. He does some quality Let's Plays and streams and stuff if you're looking for that sort of hype content.
If you're looking for lowbrow and shit tier humor, then you know your boy's ready for it.
Of course. So, last episode we were all obviously joking around with Ghostweller's favorite things, but he was.
I hate you.
But
I saw the episode. You're a dick. You're fucking douche, dude.
We tried gifting you Undertale, which was a funny occasion.
And rejected it the next morning.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
And Alpaca fucking showed his screen during it. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually blurred that out by accident, but yeah, we did.
You blurred that out by accident?
Well, he wanted me to censor Discord DM. I think it was on screen for like a split millisecond.
Right.
But the message was funny though. But anyways. Yeah. So, Mr. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Mr. Ghostweller. Besides all the stuff that happened last week, what else is new with you?
Nothing much. Nothing. Just staying busy. Staying busy.
Meanwhile, I'm sure our good friend Alpaca is probably dreaming of Baby Metal and Mr. Metallica.
He is currently dreaming of how hard you can hit someone in VR or anime VR chat sex. I don't know what he's thinking about.
Felix.
Probably thinking about Felix giving the dog a bone, if you know what I mean. You never know.
Yeah. All right. I think it's worthwhile that we start up with something pretty hype.
Probably playing some MMORPG roleplay sex game. I don't know.
That works.
Playing some fucking dating sim.
That works too. But I was thinking. Second. We start off by talking about, I think, one of the most special announcements from last week. And that.
Fine, special.
And that is the fact that we got our final DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Which I know nothing about.
Yes.
Take it away.
Yeah, so Sora essentially is from a game series called Kingdom Hearts. It acted
That's who
kind
we're getting?
yeah, Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Ooh.
It's a crossover.
Damn, I gotta buy a Switch.
Yeah, it's a crossover between. It actually started off as kind of like a crossover-ish game between Disney characters and Final Fantasy. But as time went on, the Final Fantasy elements kind of diminished, and the Disney elements kind of kicked in a little more.
Right.
But the thing that makes this interesting to me, though, is that I remembered that this was interesting to think about that Square Enix is collaborating with Disney and Nintendo to get this character into Smash.
I mean, technically it is a Nintendo game and property.
Yeah, it's Nintendo collaborating Square Enix and Disney, I meant to say.
So I don't know. I genuinely I think I've played Kingdom Hearts 2. Which one? Cunt. Which was the one that you played in the giant plaza and you unlocked each level by the doors?
I never played this series myself, I can't tell you.
I think it was Kingdom Hearts 2. I didn't play Kingdom Hearts 3. I didn't play the recent one.
Right. I do know that for the Switch that they're doing something also adding Kingdom Hearts the ability to play the entire series on the Switch, but the catch is it's all done by the cloud. It's not a native port to the Switch.
Right.
So that's a little bit of a bummer there.
Right.
But anyways, you could in addition to that, they also announced that Doom Guy is coming in as a Mii costume. And there's also adding some Splatoon and two other Splatoon costumes to the game for your Mii fighter.
But why Doom Guy? Why Doom Guy? Don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with Doom Guy, but like, why is Nintendo like, oh yeah, the goriest character who will rip off demons' heads in Berserker mode and rip them in half? Yeah, no, let's have him as a Mii character.
Well, the best part is that you can mash Doom Guy up with other characters. Like you can have a fusion of Doom Guy and Altair from Assassin's Creed. They actually have an Altair Mii costume in Smash Brothers.
Is Nintendo okay with that? Is Nintendo like just they don't care what type of skins get pulled out of where?
They also have Dragonborn from Skyrim in the game as a Mii costume.
That makes sense because Dragonborn is on the Switch, and that a lot of people do play Skyrim on the Switch. Don't get me wrong, but like Assassin's Creed as a skin, like, did they get licensing for that? Damn, Nintendo got a far ass reach.
Oh, and on top of it too, get this. You confuse Doom Guy with Sans from Undertale because there's a Sans Mii costume in Smash Brothers you can get. So we're gonna have fun with that one.
I want to see the Sans head, and just the rest of the Doom Guy body.
You can do that.
I want to see that. I'm going to call that the Battle of the Doot, for obvious reasons. But continue.
Yeah, so that's all we have to say on that. But honestly, it is a shame to see Smash come to an end like this.
If we wait like another 2 years, we're still gonna get a game.
Yeah, you're gonna get a game, but at the same time, the problem is it's not gonna be like how Ultimate was. It's gonna have a significantly smaller roster than Ultimate.
True. I mean, it's Ultimate is not gonna die out anytime soon. Like the second I do get a Switch, which I've been saying for the past God knows how many episodes. When I do get a Switch, that's the only game I'm going to be playing.
Right.
So I just that's what I want to do, man. I just want to play Smash Brothers. Not for I get such nostalgia playing it. Like I get such nostalgia playing it for the Wii or the Wii U.
But yeah, going back to Smash again, I mean,
Yeah. I could 100% like even in like 2 years when they do release a new game, I can see people still playing Ultimate. Just like there are still some people that like if I scroll down far enough on Twitch, I'm gonna see people playing Melee, or I'm gonna see people playing the Wii U version.
Yeah, and its impact is still relevant. I mean, look at Nick All Stars. That game was heavily inspired by Smash.
Which no one is playing because it's Nick All Stars.
Actually, it's a really good game. A lot of competitive players are actually playing it. A lot of competitive Melee players are been playing it right now because it's like the hot game in the Smash community right now.
No one could pay me enough to play that.
All right. Well, we admitted there's a game that you're actually hyped for. All right, cool. I mean, you could play as Aang and SpongeBob.
I'm not gonna play it. No one can pay me enough.
But yeah, Smash is.
You could give me $400 and I still wouldn't play it. I'd just buy a Switch for that money. I'd much rather just play that for a Switch, though. I don't want to see... If I don't see Tom Kenny as a voice actor for SpongeBob, I'm not going to play it.
Right, because I know right now there isn't voice acting for that game, but I do know that I think they have plans of eventually adding it in down the road, but... we'll see.
I want to see Doki Doki Literature Club be added as a DLC for Smash Brothers.
God, I wish they would do a Fire Pass 3 and have at least Monica as a Mikasa, and that would have been brilliant.
They might. Halloween's coming up.
True. That'd be a perfect game for you to stream, but then again, you have Vietnam flashbacks, so we can't do it. That was worth $10 though, but at the same time, I understand. I can see in your eyes, you're over here looking at me, it's like, you motherfucker. Wow. Your head is very still. You were like perfect emotionless statue, like you were like really close.
I might just do that for my next meeting. I'll just like act to freeze up and then I'll just click Alt F4.
Let's just scroll the feed. Good times. Anyway, so our next topic here is that Sony is not cloning the PS3 and PS4 necessarily, but they're making it hard to shop them. So you have to know is something like a credit card or a debit card. You have to literally go out of your way and get like a PlayStation. You have to add it either like a PS4 or PS5, or you have to go out of your way and get a PlayStation Store card and add it that way. So
that's not really going out of your way.
Well, it's just more hassle. That's all it is.
Not really.
Because the thing is that if you want to buy a game for a PS3 or Vita at that point, you would have to either get on a PS4 or PS5, or you have to, like I said, get like a PlayStation Store card. So, literally, if you have upgraded to a PlayStation 4 or 5 at this point, you would have to go away and get yourself a PlayStation Store card, which it makes things a little less convenient. But I would say I haven't shut the store down.
Right.
Do you have any thoughts on the topic? I mean, in terms of what you think this will mean for preservation, or?
Not really. I don't really have a lot to say with PS Vita or PSP or anything like that. It's a very dated console, and yes, I did say console despite it being handheld, because even the Switch is a console.
Well,
it's very dated.
I guess we're talking about the PlayStation 3 and the Vita, two systems.
They're both very dated consoles, and two of which has, both consoles have stopped getting support with gaming, and considering that all the newer games are coming out for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, it makes sense that they're not still like, hey, let's bring a game back for the PS3. Like it doesn't. It makes sense that they would slowly tune it down and then eventually just close it off because by then, by then it would make a little bit more sense. Why would we still be playing on the PS3 when the PS4 and 5 are out?
So you're saying that if a Super Nintendo had an online store, you'd want that shut down, and lose all the ability to play all those games that never got ported or moved forward?
I would say eventually shut down because there are like, don't get me wrong, I love the Wii U, but when that got eventually, when the support started to slowly come down for that, I knew that there's going to be another console, and I didn't want to play another console because I'm stubborn and I'm not going to waste another, $400 on another console that in like a 2-year time span, 3-year time span is going to be shut down and losing support slowly.
Mm. The thing about retro games is that there's a whole thing, with preserving the games and making sure they are okay, like able to be played for future generations. Like another example would be like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That game hasn't been moved over to the PS4 or PS5. The only way you can play the version with internet is to get out a PS3.
Right.
So for those sort of games that are like, even then there are some PS1 and 2 games that haven't been ported over the PlayStation 4 or 5, and those games are only available on the PlayStation Store. So if that shuts out, that loses an ability to be able to play those games unless you go to PS1 and fork out hundreds of dollars for that one game.
Right.
So that's something really to consider, is by not being able to have the store available, some games are going to become significantly more valuable and harder to obtain.
Yeah.
Now, I know, like you said, it's, everything has to come to a close. It's inevitable. But it just makes you think about how many games you would lose by just ditching out that thing. And on top of it, too, the PlayStation 4 and 5 can't play PS3 games. Like, you can't just pop a PS3 game, call it a day, or transfer your PS3 purchase over to PS4.
That's why you buy things on disc.
Well, yeah, but even then, that doesn't really matter much, considering a good chunk of those later games have day one patches, and if that store shuts out, you can't get those day one patches, fix bugs and stuff. So that's also another huge thing to consider. Like, even then, looking at the PlayStation 5 and the Series X, and even like PS4 and Series, and Xbox One, a lot of those games have day one patches. And a perfect game that definitely would be even more broken if those doors are shut down.
Which would be, oh yeah. Don't remind me of that hot garbage that you're holding. I would put on some gloves. No, oh, that's no.
Or another game that would have been even more broken. Actually, technically unplayable because it's always online.
That's true. That game. I mean, don't get me wrong. The game is slowly. Fallout 74 is still slowly regaining its grounds, but it's dead. It's deader than dead. Cyberpunk is dead. They should have waited another 3 years.
I kind of agree with you on that one.
I would have waited.
Yeah. I know. Let's see. What's another game? Oh, yeah. No Man's Sky would have been even more boring if it wasn't for the fact that that store was shut down.
Oh, no. You want to talk about this? Anthem.
True. That's also very true. I know another game that would have been, I hear, probably would have been more boring is Street Fighter V.
Never played it.
We never played it, but pretty much a lot of the fighting game community was saying that game was a lot more boring back then when it first launched than it is now because of all the DLC characters and features that they've added.
Right.
Think about it this way. What's another game? I'm going to bring up a topic for you. What's a game that, sucked when it first launched for you? But then after like a numerous patches, it became good to you and playable and enjoyable.
This is very controversial, and there's like a little like fly in my room. This is very controversial. Black Ops 3. I remember my first impressions of Black Ops 3 and how broken and buggy it was, and the zombies was like the starting map. They only had like 2 maps.
Yeah.
And I fucking hated it. It was like I think it was like a year 1 pass or something. It took like 8-9 months plus the game's release, and then they added Zombie Chronicles and all of those other maps. And then it became like, if they're going to add Zombie Chronicles, they're going to add more multiplayer maps. The campaign was, I don't know. I didn't play it. I got like 2 chapters in it and then just cut that out. But like Black Ops 3 for me was like the launch that I was like, I don't know if this is going to be good or not. And it ended up being like, I'm still playing it now. I'm still playing Black Ops 3 now. So
yeah,
it says a lot.
Yeah, and think about it this way: like if that game was like on the PlayStation 3 per se, like it never came over the PlayStation 4 or 5, and
Right.
and that store shut down, you would not be able to play all that DLC for Black Ops 3.
And that's fine.
So that game would forever be shit once the store shuts down. But that's an example I wanted to bring up with how that would work. But honestly, I think it's gonna be slow, but it's gonna be pretty sad. Like in fact, I actually bought a PlayStation 3 solely because earlier they were gonna shut that thing down before they changed course and actually kept the store open.
Well, again, PlayStation always has. Again, PlayStation has hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of games.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be crazy for them to go, yeah, let's port this and let's like remaster it or let's do something with it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that crazy. Or let's make it a retro replay and have it to be X and X.
They kind of have a retro-ish offering with PlayStation Now, because believe it or not, you can actually download games from PlayStation Now. It's not purely streaming now.
Yeah.
But it's something to consider too. But yeah, it's overall, I mean, like I said, this is going to be a pretty sad day when this does shut down eventually. But it's just the start of it's the beginning of an inevitable.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, we have to talk about the GTA remasters.
Ooh.
So
yeah, which we didn't predict.
Yeah, we kind of did. I mean, based off the NVIDIA leak that happened and consistent rumors prior to this game coming out, being announced. So they're remastering Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
Which I am super excited for San Andreas. I'm shocked that they didn't do GTA 4.
Right.
I'm a little shocked by that because GTA 4 I feel like is a little bit more beloved than Vice City.
Yeah. I think the reason they're doing those 3 in particular because they all kind of are more connected together.
Yeah, no, San Andreas takes place in LS. Vice City takes place in like Miami-ish. But they're gonna, I guess, port that to LS because that's where Frank went.
Probably. It's hard to really say what they're doing. I haven't played any of these games besides like Grand Theft Auto. You know what Grand Theft Auto I've only really played was Grand Theft Auto 5. That's GTA Online.
I was with my brother. I've played the San Andreas, and I remember watching him on the original Xbox use the fucking cheat codes with Sean. And that's what I remember. When you guys were downstairs in the kitchen playing it.
Yeah.
And you're using R. It was right trigger, left down, right up for ammo, money, and armor.
Right. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that the GTA Remasters, as far as I know, I'm just looking up on my phone real quick. I want to reduce as much lag as possible. It's going to be
I can look it up. I got my laptop right here.
The GTA Remasters are actually being done in Unreal Engine.
Wow. That says a lot about the graphics.
Mm-hmm. So they're going to do some enhancements. And guess who owned Unreal Engine?
Not sure.
Epic Games.
All right, never mind.
So, I mean, granted, I don't think Epic Games actually makes much money off of Unreal Engine.
All right, so GTA 3, so GTA Vice City, San Andreas, and you know, the add-ons to Vice City and the add-ons to, you know, all those other games. So the DLC are coming to those games. It's going to grant you a total of $70 that you are most likely going to spend for all three of those remasters. And it is coming on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. So.
Yeah, and this is actually coming to the Switch too.
Yep. The Switch is $60. Xbox and PS5 are $70. So.
Yeah.
All right.
But would you actually get this, knowing that, you know, these are getting remastered, upgraded visuals and everything?
If it was coming to PC.
I believe it is coming to PC too, so.
If it's coming to PC, then I'll invest.
Yeah, it says here. Coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC later this year.
Yeah, so most likely I will try to cop it. I'm a little curious. Not even for the story aspect of it, more or less for the visuals and graphics and how well it would look. And I'm a little curious. I don't know what Unreal Engine is going to do with it besides, you know, updated graphics and whatnot. But I want to see what type of things that they would nitpick with details. So.
Yeah. I think, like I said, this is going to be a very interesting, you know, thing to see. I mean, this is going to be, I mean, having these 3 games be remastered is going to be pretty incredulous to see. And in fact, they're saying that the bundle is also going to land on iOS and Android in the first half of 2022. So you could also supposedly get this on Android and iOS.
No, it's going to run well on iOS.
Probably not as well as, like, say, getting on like Xbox Series X and S or PlayStation 5 or a high-end PC.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's more impressive is having it run on the Switch.
Yeah, that's actually, I don't know how well it would run, but I did see how it ran Breath of the Wild. So again, I'm on the fence with the Switch.
Yeah, but for sure you're definitely going to get this on PC. So I mean, we'll definitely be looking forward to seeing you stream GTA, the GTA trilogy later this year, early 2022.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. All right. And I think another topic we'll talk about is the fact that AMD, actually, I'll edit that out. AMD is actually saying that they're expecting chip supply to ease in 2022.
Right.
So pretty much what this whole deal is that what they're gonna do is that they're saying that it's the chip supply is gonna be tight on the first half of the year, it's gonna hopefully pick up by the second half. So we may have to, based on what AMD is saying, we might be dealing with a chip shortage for a while, which means PS5s, Xbox Series X's are going to be a bit harder to come by. And obviously, AMD graphics cards and CPUs will also be a bit of a bitch.
Right.
So, do you have anything to say about this issue here?
I wonder, and this is like a real ass wonder. Yes, the pandemic did affect, considering that we are literally still in it and it's fucking October. I wonder how far it's going to affect us even through 2022. Nonetheless, if we didn't have the pandemic, we would have got fucking scalpers, you know? So it would have been tough either way.
Yeah, but they probably would have been felt. At least they would have felt safe about getting these things in stores and being able to pick one up.
Yeah.
So the scalpers probably would have been less than what they've been earlier on. But at least you would have been able to get one.
Yeah, it's the only issue I have is whenever I will decide to inevitably update to whenever I will ever want to, like, update my graphics card or anything else crazy, or whenever I want to, decide to put in I don't know, like a 3070 in my computer, it's going to be insanely tough because I'm going to have to get like a new motherboard and I'm going to have to get all this other stuff with it to run that. Therefore, coming across that chip is going to be incredibly expensive and incredibly hard.
Yeah, and they're saying how it might take up to 18 to 24 months to put in a new manufacturing plant, or possibly longer. So, yeah,
Yikes.
so they're trying their best to make sure, hey, we're trying to build build these new manufacturing plants for these chips. So that way, we can manufacture the stuff because so many people are needing computers and laptops, and even cars are using these chips.
Yeah.
So that's something to say about that. And honestly, like, supply issues aren't just related to this issue isn't related to just, computer chips. This affects everything. Like, it doesn't matter what resource you're using, it's applying to almost everything.
Yeah, it's definitely not making it easy.
Oh, definitely not. Like, any of you noticed, like, how often, like, you would go to, like, the grocery store per se, and like a good chunk of the shelves are completely empty? Even just getting food is harder. Or how, like,
life about being in a pandemic, man.
Yeah. I mean, even trying to get freaking N95 masks is a bit of a bit. Was even bitchier earlier on. Like, I remember, like, getting excited after coming out of work, seeing freaking Clorox wipes. Literally.
More of a millennial thing.
Freaking Clorox wipes. And I never thought I would say that. Something you would take for granted, then all of a sudden you see it, like, after not seeing it for a while, it's like, I am fucking taking this.
You know what's crazy too? And I'm saying this with the most kind of sarcasm and snark, but also with the most amount of, like, all right, it could have been worse.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I could have had this lovely little game here delayed by another fucking month.
We could have had, oh no, not just that, we could have had everything pushed back if we were pushed back in technology standards. If we were pushed back a little bit, we would have been done.
Yeah, we would have been like 5 years behind in technology if this kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Like, if COVID-19 was actually deadlier than what it was already, bad times. All right. I think another thing we could talk about too is the fact that supposedly opening a Steam Deck could actually be potentially dangerous. Let's get that going. So what they're saying here is Valve themselves have uploaded a Steam Deck teardown video, and it's showing like how heavily customized that chip, the Steam Deck is. And you can see in the image up here, they jammed a fucking ton into this one little device.
Yeah.
Like a fucking ton. And the thing is that you could damage the chip by like static electricity on the freaking board and fry it just from trying to, do something with it. So
Yeah,
that's
it's I remember hearing when they like what they were putting into it, and I remember hearing how much that they were doing with the Steam Deck and what type of graphics it was going to run, what the battery life is, all this other crazy stuff. I remember hearing them specifically talk about and briefly talk about don't try to customize it yourself. Do not try to modify it. They said that once during the reveal, and that's it. And now that there's a teardown video, they go a little bit more in depth with that. Is don't try to, tear open and replace parts because, as evident, there are videos out there that do show someone doing that unprofessionally and end up exploding it because their Valve, they are all about PC customization, but when it comes to having their own handheld device and having their own smaller type of console, not something that I would be, opening up.
yeah, it's
Not
because
something that
they really like nail they engineered this thing very tight, and it's impressive they're able to get the thing to be as small and as portable and powerful as it is.
yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like you have the ability to replace the SSD in the thing, which is pretty impressive in its own right, but it's difficult to get to it. Let alone the
Yeah.
fact, like the article, like we've been talking about, you could technically damage the system, or even possibly even yourself with a shock.
Yeah. It's I guess this is a warning from the GAHCast to don't open up your Steam Deck.
If you even get one.
Yeah. Don't open it. Don't look inside. It could possibly hurt you and the Steam Deck, so just kind of roll with the punches that Valve is giving out because they're already giving out a number one, a more powerful console than the Switch, and a very, very high end, top of the line type of deal where you're getting probably one of the best portable gaming experiences out there besides the Switch. So
Yeah.
don't open it. Don't question their methods. They are professionals. We are not.
Yeah, and watches like Spawn Wave or Austin Evans or Lion Tech Tips or any other professional YouTubers open this thing up and make it look easy. And us are gonna be total scrubs and want to spill our coffee or orange juice on it instead.
True.
Oh yeah. So I think at this point our next topic, or in Alpaca's case, he'll just spill Mountain Dew all over it. I don't know.
Yeah, he would. Dude spills fucking everything. The amount of times I've spilled stuff on my floor, or like Alpaca would like accidentally like knock something over, and he'll like freak out and he goes, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry." I'm like, dude, it's a floor.
Yeah. But imagine spilling that on top of the Steam Deck and watching an electric explosion. Oh, that's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too great watching the motherboard start to fry.
Watching it fry, imagine having that Doki Doki Literature Club song that plays after Sayori kills herself, like.
Oh, dude. You can't make that joke. Jesus Christ.
We kind of have to. Anyways, let's get on with our. Yeah, so this is interesting to think about. Like, okay, well, never mind about that part. We have more to talk about. We have leaks and outages to talk about too. Let's get one of them out of the way.
Right.
I'm doing Twitch. We're doing the Twitch one first, and how like literally
let me
128 gigabytes worth of data got leaked on a torrent.
Right.
I feel bad for you, man. I hope your information's not on
Dude,
there.
I'm not making that much, so I don't feel very affected by it. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, you're making like $1 off of it.
I'm making like a few dollars off of ads here and there, so it's not awful. So I did read a lot into this. So if you guys don't already know, that there were some hackers that decided to leak a bunch of information with Twitch streamers, how much they make, their names here and there. They decided to leak a lot of information, and the hackers did say that this is stage 1. I don't believe that, I do believe that Twitch will enter security by then, but there were a lot of stuff that was shown, especially how much streamers make, and people were upset. People were upset how much these streamers make. And there was a lot of backlash from popular streamers. There's a lot of hate going on around Twitch. And nonetheless, as a streamer point of view and as a YouTuber point of view, number one, my channel isn't that big. I don't feel very affected by that. I don't feel like I was hit at all. But for Pokimane and for, Most Critical and Ninja and all these other high-end streamers, they were heavily affected. It showed how much they made. And people were, shitting on them like, hey, you make so much money. What the fuck? You gotta remember, subscriptions, donations, ads, these guys, even sponsors, like, these guys do make a lot of money. But as well as you're kind of, giving it to them as well. You are supporting your favorite streamers. You're giving them your own money. There's no one to be pissed at but yourself. And as Pokimane and Ninja both said, this is public information. You can look up my net worth, or you can look up my, you can look up the numbers. The numbers are there.
I mean, think about Amaranth or what was that other? What was that? Delphine's like bathwater. Think about how you could just stare at their Twitch thought porn on there for all I freaking care. I don't care.
We don't talk about Twitch thoughts here.
Or do we? Since I just mentioned it.
Personally, I don't like Amaranth. I don't like her.
I don't watch any of them either.
She's a little desperate for views, more than me, which says something.
And then again, like, if I need to wanka, there are other places for that. I'm not going to mention which places. I know it
starts with a B, ends with a RS.
Right.
God. Go sleep with your fucking body pillow, you weeb.
Now, I know for a fact that if you had a body pillow of this girl here, you'd be a happy man.
No, I wouldn't. I'd butcher it with my fucking... I'm gonna stab it. It doesn't mean send me a fucking... It doesn't mean send me a fucking blow-up doll of her face.
I mean, look what's inside this thing. We got a little metaverse card. That's the little software that you see running at the game. We got...
Fucking... Eat dicks.
I can Photoshop this with your face on it and your name and stuff.
Fucking don't.
Got a soundtrack code. I got a little sticker sheet.
Don't. That is horrifying.
I got even a poem. I got a poem. Little poem right here. You could, if you're watching us on YouTube, you could probably pause the video and reverse my screen, and there you go.
They're watching it in 720p. They're not going to be able to fucking read that.
You'd be surprised. I got little standees if I wanted to. Look at this. Little standees.
That's horrifying.
what? They're cute anime girls, and you have oh yeah, that's right. You get PTSD flashbacks every single time you see those girls.
You're like, oh no, they're so cute. So Ghost, what do you think? Me, I'm having fucking PTSD. I'm doing great, man. Thank you for the fucking trauma in my adult life now. I thought I had enough. I thought my childhood was rough enough. Nope. You come in like the fucking bulldozer you are. Hey man, play Doki Doki Literature Club again! Traumatize him again! You're a dick.
Control. The satisfaction of control. The direct cause and effect of pressing pen to paper. The pride in my achievements. The responsibility for my mistakes. I breathe the weight of it all. Problems are just things that need solving. The future is called anxiety. The past is called regret. The present can be shaped by my hands, by my words, by my actions. It controls me.
By the pen.
Anchors me to my handcrafted reality, imprisoned me within my own artisanship. The captive pen makes meaningless stains, wet lines soaked up by the pulp of dead cells. That's why I must learn to relinquish it all. The weight, the responsibility, the pride, the control. The pen in my hand and the one of my heart, so I can fly and chase yours, or learn to be happy watching you fly without me.
It's fucking terrifying.
And that was from your favorite waifu.
No, it's not.
All right. Well, but besides us going off the rails there, do we have anything else to talk about this whole Twitch thing?
All I hope is that I hope it doesn't get worse. I hope that the hackers will just leave Twitch alone. Like overall, don't get me wrong, Twitch is not the worst place, but not the best place as of right now. 2020 and 2021 is really just kick the shit out of Twitch. But the only thing that I can really hope for is the best for Twitch, and just hope that they can make the right moves for the future.
Right, and hopefully Amazon can just bump up the security for that place.
Yeah, hopefully. As long as I don't have to put in 6 more fucking verification codes, saves me.
Or if the hackers don't get on your Twitch and then make you play Fortnite or Doki Doki Literature Club or Undertale at the same time. Let's move on to the next topic. Well, let's move on to the next topic. I think we'll just talk about how YouTube Rewind's not happening this year.
Yeah. YouTube Rewind. So, for the past 2 years, past 2-3 years, really fucking sucked. And if you guys don't know what YouTube Rewind is, just fucking look it up. Come on, be educated. Do your homework. Listen to the 2 hosts, one of which is a dumbass. We will never tell which one it is. But if you guys don't know what YouTube Rewind is, it's basically a giant type of party that YouTube likes to put in clips here and there. They like to put in and gather all famous YouTubers and just kind of have fun. And that's kind of YouTube's way of saying, you know, hey, Happy New Year, or hey, take a look back at how much we've done for all the other content creators. And it's not happening this year because, number one, last year was kind of a giant mess. Same thing with 2019. 2019 was definitely not the best one. And considering that it's not happening this year, not only because they can't get, you know, all the other content creators, and considering that there's a risk of, you know, the fucking ongoing pandemic and all that other crazy stuff, it would make sense that they would go bigger and better next year. So.
Oh, better. Yeah, this is actually that YouTube's not doing it anymore.
What?
Yeah, they are not doing it at all, especially with 2018 being so bad. But instead, what they're doing is that they're gonna trust creators like Mr. Beast and Slaypoint to produce end-of-year videos and promote them through social networks.
Wow. Nice to know in the future I'll never make it to rewind. Damn. Wow, I never thought it would be the end of it. But here we are, man. 2019 was bad, don't get me wrong, but I never thought it would be that bad.
Yeah. So, who knows? Maybe one day YouTube will feature you another way if you ever just get big enough for that point. We'll see, though.
The way my content is, you seriously think I'm gonna make it to YouTube Rewind? Dude, my stuff is like rated 20 plus.
Yeah.
Like
a good chunk of you'd probably be demonetized after you get the 1,000 subscriber mark.
Dude, I'm always gonna be fucking demonetized. I'm demonetized regularly. That is not a shocker.
True. I'm sure you're surprised that you're even growing on Twitch as rapidly as decent of a pace as you already are.
Yeah, true. Twitch is nice. Twitch has treated me nicely.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Twitch has been your main home recently, which I don't blame you.
It really has, yeah. Twitch has just been helping me grow, and it's been nice. It's been a nice journey, and I still got a lot more in me. So,
of course.
onwards and upwards. Yep. Excelsior.
So we have 2 more topics left.
Right.
And the next one is that the Kinect is making a comeback.
Would you look at the time?
But they're doing it in a different light. So it's going to be different. Rather than it being something tied to Xbox and used for gaming, this is going to be more integrated into TVs.
I have a lot of questions, like how? And how are they going to make that work?
So pretty much there's a new all-in-one TV that they're making.
Alright.
And the idea is that they're going to have a separate 4K camera. And that's technically Kinect. And they're partnering with Microsoft for it. And they're going to make it more aimed for casual gaming and stuff like that. And like TV applications. So think of kind of like what they were going to do originally with the Xbox One. But just apply it to a proper TV instead of a video game console.
Right.
I mean, this is just an interesting little development here. I mean, think about it this way. Remember back in like 2013 or so when the Xbox One was first being unveiled?
Yeah.
And how it was always TV, and then you had like sports, and then like connect.
Yeah.
Think of it that way, but think of it kind of like that, but it's not tied to a video game console. It's just tied to a TV.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I wonder if they're going to add like motion controls, so you can just like swipe your hand and switch your channel or some shit. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, that's what it seems like they're gonna do. Yeah, they're gonna.
Who's developing this?
I believe it's in partnership with Sky TV. So nothing that we really know. I think it's more of I forgot if it's like a British thing or something like that. I don't remember. But I do know that it's going to be an interesting idea to see like the Kinect kind of resurface, but like not integral to Xbox.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like the idea. I wonder if Microsoft has any say in it.
Well, they're partnering with Sky, so yeah, they have some say because they're providing the technology for it.
No, like I wonder what kind of things that they'll add. I wonder if they're going to add any new features.
Maybe. I mean, Microsoft might be able to partner with their partnership with Sky. They might be able to add a couple more features down there, maybe a color camera, and you can like video chat and stuff with it.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, I think so too. And yeah, I think with that being said, I think we have to get to the grand finale of the day.
Oh boy.
So we talked about Twitch being leaked, but what about Facebook? Something a little bit more grandiose.
I don't use Facebook. It's for boomers.
Hey, who uses the Oculus Quest 2?
Hey, who uses it on Steam?
Yeah, but you still have to power up by Oculus app and stuff like that, which also
I
is
don't post on Facebook. I don't scroll through Facebook. I don't really use it. The only thing I have is for the Oculus Quest. I don't want to hear it.
but Oculus is owned by Facebook.
Shut up. That's the point. I don't like, I'm not on social media as heavily as you guys think I am. Like, I don't scroll through Instagram because Instagram only shows like what people want you to see. And it only, like, Facebook is the same exact way. And I'm like, not really realistic. So I stay off social media because there's either drama floating around or there's some sort of fucking, hey, look how happy we are. We're on vacation, but we're not going to tell you because we're not actually happy type of deal. So I don't like social media. I typically stick with. Why can't I word? I typically stick with like Snapchat and Discord.
Twitter. Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah, I do like myself some Twitter.
Yeah, but this is actually pretty big though, because Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, like 3 major social media and instant messaging, practically went offline for like 6-ish hours.
Yeah.
Like, I remember trying to get on Facebook and using one of the features on Facebook, and I couldn't even freaking go on and use it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't really use Facebook Messenger, or I don't use a lot of Facebook products. So, I
Besides
do know that the
Oculus.
hack. Yeah, besides Oculus, I did know that the hack went. I did know that the hack, that the Twitch hack, and the Facebook shutdown, and Facebook owns Instagram, so Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, not Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch all went down at the same time. So
Twitch is owned by Amazon, but that's besides the point.
yeah,
The point
so
is that we had major shutdowns that happened. And just think about it this way. I'm gonna kind of continue the idea that I did last episode. We have these major themes that myself and Alpaca were incorporating in the episode. Like the idea that we've been overly reliant on some of these technologies like Twitch or Twitter or Facebook,
yeah,
YouTube. Like, think of this
Sony.
way. Yeah. Like, think about this way. Like, what would you be doing right now if, like, say, the internet shut down and you can't play any games? Online games.
Sleeping.
Exactly. You'd be sleeping all day, and just next thing you know, we'd all just be sleeping because we're all overly addicted to this technology.
No, I would be skateboarding. I would be just chilling with friends. I'll figure out something to do.
It would add.
You could still get tattoos without Wi-Fi, so I'll give myself some badass tattoos there, bud.
All right. And the funny thing is that Facebook nearly lost $100 billion from this one
Lol.
stupid hack.
I can't say I'm surprised. Mixer was the downfall, dude. It's only a matter of time that Facebook goes in the ground. Let it die.
Well, then again, we would have to stop buying Oculus products, and you have to make sure that.
Hey, Valve. You better give me an ad on Twitter. You know? Let's make a new product.
I think Valve is making a standalone headset down the road. I believe they are. I heard some rumors about it. Which looks like, based off what you're saying, you'd probably buy it in a heartbeat if they did.
Yeah. If you're telling me I get a wireless headset that I can just link with Steam and play games off, yeah. Gladly.
And not have to deal with the Oculus Store or anything like that, or Facebook?
Yeah. Gladly.
Oh man, imagine if we can make Doki Doki Adventure Club in VR exclusive
I will
to
punch
Steam.
you in the face. I will punch you in the fucking throat.
Oh, might as well get a Steam Deck too, and we'll install Windows, and the only program on it would be the Epic Game Store, so that way you guys have support Epic Games and Fortnite.
I'm gonna punch you in the throat. When I see you next, I'm coming down there, and I'm punch you right in the scrambled eggs, dude. Fucking.
Welcome to GAHCast, where we always roast the other hosts for no apparent reason, just for views. Just kidding. We don't get views on the
I
show
feel
anyways.
so bad if any other guest was like, "Yo, I want to come in." We're like, "You better have some thick skin there, buddy. You better went. I hope you went to public school, asshole." We're going to sit down and make fun of you for about 10 minutes, and then we'll get going. And then at the end of the episode, we'll do the same fucking thing.
Like, imagine we had. I feel bad for if we get any of Ghostweller's streaming friends on the show. I feel so bad if like Loco or Yoshi or any of your other friends get on the show.
Ian, yeah.
I would feel so bad for them on the
We're
show.
adults.
Yeah, I honestly think we are.
I am.
I mean, supposedly I'm 25, but I have the appearance of a 16 to 17-year-old.
The personality of a 16, 17-year-old.
Yeah, that's the show. We always have that sort of personality. I try to be serious and cool and everything, but the next thing you know, I just make fun of Ghostweller here by just showing this game on screen. And meanwhile,
I killed the fucking fly.
Alpaca is probably thinking of Felix and Mr. Metallica and Baby Metal.
The bulletproof man.
Yeah. He's probably thinking of Florida Men too, just causing havoc down south.
Florida men, no. Not man, men. There's several of them down in Florida.
Exactly.
Like the fucking guy who tried to wrestle an alligator inside a golf course.
I think I remember seeing one thing I thought was funny. I remember when they caught an alligator inside a garbage can, they like literally moved like an alligator. They got like big like one of those outdoor garbage cans, and they tried to like line it up so the alligator walked in the garbage can.
Only in Florida.
And then literally they just shut the thing open and just put it out by the dump.
Poor guy's fucking doing the garbage. Poor fucking garbage guy is just in the garbage. Lifts the lid. Next thing you know, he's in the ER. Yo, so, sir, can you please explain to me, where did you get the bite from? There's an alligator in a garbage can. Sir, you need 37 stitches, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. There's an alligator in a garbage can. We live in Florida. You seriously think that that's a shocker to us? We have a fragile infrastructure. We are as low as we come.
And meanwhile, people think we're insane in the Northeast for dealing with freaking blizzards and us driving in the snow for no apparent reason. Down south, it's all alligator crazy and just like taming the wild and just going crazy and unleashing your inner Florida man.
At least it's not 120 degrees and my fucking pecker is glued to my leg because I'm hot outside, I'm cold inside. Like I'm all set. I'm okay. Florida is not my particular place of stay.
Right? Like, oh my god. I wonder how Alpaca would enjoy Catherine full body right now. Oh man.
That too.
Yeah, Alpaca's probably wishing he could play Catherine full body right now and enjoy that puzzle dating game. No, literally, that's what it is.
Oh no, I know. I had him inform me.
Yeah, I told him what it was. So, guys, I need to find a rose for everybody.
You pick on me way more than Alpaca.
Well, the thing is that your reactions whenever I roast you are so much more funnier that it's worth it.
I hate you.
Alright, should we...
I'll find your weakness, dude. I don't know. I'll send you like the Moby Huge like to your house.
Yeah,
The people that you live with are gonna fucking open the package just seeing this giant inflatable 6 foot dick. Yo, this is a weird looking balloon. Have you seen anything like this one?
Hey, but you know what? At least it proves that you. At least it proves you're. Oh wait, we won't want to say that because we won't offend anybody. Okay. Anyways, anything else you want to talk about on the show before we head off for the night?
You should definitely check out Twitch TV/GhostWeller. Got some prime content where you can mess with sound alerts and scare the piss out of me. Great times. Good times.
If you get on a Discord server while he streams, there's some funniness you can ensue. You can play with the stream. I'll admit,
There are.
I am GhostwellerGame's biggest troll.
Oh, dude, there are new sound alerts that I've added. One of which is for Halloween specifically, which I'm gonna hate myself for using.
Oh, and also, please.
You held it up earlier. And that might be one of these sound alerts.
Oh, and also, if you stream on GhostwellerGame's watch GhostwellerGame stream and also play around the Discord server, you too can play Coffin Dance and watch him play games at 10 frames a second.
It's 60 frames at 720p. I don't know why. Every time I record at a higher resolution, it just likes to shit the bed. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, it works for you. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Looks a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to the new sound alert. You held it up earlier. That's going to be one of the new sound alerts. I'm not looking forward to it.
Every day, I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Oh no! It's the distortion when Sayori hung herself. It's that distortion, and I'm gonna have that at max volume, so you can scare the shit out of me now.
You know, if you want to, I may have to send you. I got that soundtrack redeemed for the Doki Doki Literature Club Plus soundtrack. I can give you access to all the songs. You can just have fun with that.
Do you have the distortion one?
I believe so. Then again, I also have the ability to download the original game and get that version soundtrack too.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for the GAHCast.
Yeah.
I don't know how to close this episode out. Do your thing.
Yeah. So obviously we don't have comments today because no one likes to comment on our videos, and we would like to have this be a viewer engaging show, but no one likes to comment besides Alpaca. It'd be nice if we don't have to constantly back and forth each other, and also think about how Floof Alpaca is daydreaming about Felix. Well, Felix from RE0, not Felix the cat. But he likes both of them.
I was going to say.
I wonder what other trap porn Alpaca's watching right now.
I don't want to know.
I don't think anyone wants to know.
Alright, I'm out of here. Peace out, guys.
Yep, I'm HydroWave99, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.